Before this video starts, if you enjoy this video, there are many more like it already on the channel with many more like it to come in the future, so subscribe. I'm trying to hit 125,000 subscribers by the end of the year, so I would really appreciate it. Upload 7 days a week on this channel, so if you're looking for some consistent basketball talk, this is the place for it. Also, drop a like on this video. It only takes 1 second. It makes a massive difference. Also, there's going to be more than 7 videos a week this week, actually, because I'm going to be doing a post-game reaction to every game of the NBA Finals. But with that out of the way, today I am going to talk about something that I've been hinting at that I was going to talk about for a couple days now, and it kept getting pushed back because of other topics. But today I'm talking about Anthony Davis and the absolute morons that are comparing him to Tim Duncan, and not just comparing him, saying that he is better than Tim Duncan. Anthony Davis has been amazing in the playoffs, and he deserves all the credit in the world from that. 29 points per game on 57% shooting. He looks like he just can't miss from mid-range. Like the whole Houston series, it seemed like a victory that they were making him take mid-range shots instead of getting in the paint, but like he kept making them. Every time against the Nuggets, dude could not miss mid-range shots. Like, I don't know what happened, but he flipped a switch and turned into like the best mid-range shooter in the league. Not that Davis was a bad mid-range shooter, but like, holy shit, where was this? But as I said, idiots have been taking it way too far. Mostly Lakers fans. Here's a compilation of tweets that I found on Twitter with just a quick search. What would a ring do for his legacy? In reply to Legend of Winning. Put him in the Duncan, KG, and Dirk conversation, and he's still 27. One ring does that. MJ's GOAT on Twitter was talking about how it was dumb that Anthony Davis was being compared to Tim Duncan. This guy says, yeah, because AD is clearly way better. He's better, y'all know that shit. Tim was never as athletic nor as fast, easy choice. Defensively, I'll go with AD. He steals, plus blocks, plus scoring profile is only matched by a player like Olajuwon, even though Duncan was better than Olajuwon on defense, but okay. So at least in the box score side of the defense, AD is better. On the other hand, Duncan's rotations were almost always perfect, and he almost never made mistakes. But she's still here implying that Anthony Davis is better than Duncan. I mean, if you switched him and AD for a career, and it would be close to similar. He literally was on Tim Duncan's level from the first game we ever saw him play. Now it's just about the championship. He can do everything Tim can do and more while playing better D. I don't care what anyone says. Tim Duncan is not better than Anthony Davis. Laughing emoji, laughing emoji, laughing emoji, laughing emoji, laughing emoji, 100 emoji, 100 emoji, 100 emoji, 100 emoji, 100 emoji, 100 emoji. You get it. AD is better. Let's compare their attributes. Scoring, Davis. Shooting, Davis. Athleticism, Davis. Ball security, Davis. Free throws, Davis. Post moves, Davis. Rebounding, Davis. Stealing, Davis. Passing, Duncan. Shot blocking, Ty. Intelligence, Duncan. Clutchness, Ty. Who said that? Everyone knows Duncan is way better. And then a guy replies, how? Well, I'll tell you how. Those are all real takes. I didn't Photoshop anything there. That's what I found in literally 5 minutes on Twitter. So it's safe to say there are a good handful of people that genuinely have this opinion. And the only way that I can really imagine that this opinion exists is people that started watching basketball in 2013. And all they know of Tim Duncan was the old man version of him. That's the only reasonable explanation. So let me just go over a quick resume for Tim Duncan for those of you who seem to be confused. While he might not be the greatest player ever, Tim Duncan had the greatest career ever in terms of its actual scope. 5 championships that would have been 6 if not for Ray Allen hitting that shot, making him 6 for 6 in the finals if that happened. He was All-NBA first team, a champion and finals MVP by his 2nd season. In 2003, the best players on his team were a second-year Tony Parker, 90-year-old David Robinson, and inefficient Steven Jackson. Regardless of that, he led the team to 62 wins, averaged 25, 15, 5 assists, and 3 blocks on 53% shooting in the playoffs, averaged 24, 17, 5, and 5 in the finals, had 21 points, 20 rebounds, 10 assists, and 8 blocks in Game 6 to close out the series. All of that in a slower paced, poorer spaced era. Way less spacing, way slower pace. he put up stats that are better than what Duncan is putting up right now to carry a team single-handedly in a deep Western Conference to a championship while putting up absurd numbers. The guy nearly had a quadruple-double in Game 6 of the Finals. He is a 2-time MVP, 3-time Finals MVP, previously was the leader in all NBA selections, is the leader in all defensive selections, was completely robbed of Defensive Player of the Year a couple of times in his career, and all of that is just scratching the surface of what Tim Duncan was. And what drives me wild about Tim Duncan is that all of this is chalked up to, well, the Spurs were a good organization, but that is complete and total horseshit. It's not horseshit that the Spurs are a good organization. What's horseshit is that his accomplishments are taken away from him because he played for a good organization. And the narrative that Tim Duncan has played with extreme help for his entire career is also complete horseshit. In 2003, 15 points per game from Tony Parker on OK efficiency was his next best teammate. And he led that team to 62 wins and won a championship. What has Anthony Davis done that is even on the surface close to that? Nothing. He's playing with the best player in the world right now, and yeah, he is killing it. And again, deserves all the credit in the world for that. But it's not on Duncan's level. This run that he's on is not even fucking close to 2003 for what that was for Tim Duncan. And the argument has been, yes, Tim Duncan has more accomplishments, but Anthony Davis is a more talented basketball player. But that's not true either. Let's go back to that tweet that I referenced second to last. Scoring Davis. I would argue it's pretty much even, especially considering pace. Shooting Davis. Yeah, I had to give you that one, but that's more a product of his era over anything else. Athleticism Davis. This is clearly someone who only started watching the NBA in 2013 because no. Tim Duncan is in his prime, was very athletic, pretty much on the same level as Anthony Davis. He didn't show it as much, but he was very clearly a ridiculous athlete. Ball security, I'm going to chalk that up to ball handling. Davis, I mean, yeah, that's accurate. Free throws, Davis. Also, I believe that's accurate. I believe AD has a better free throw percentage. Post moves, Davis. Absolutely fucking not. Tim Duncan was a far more versatile post player. He was a more dominant post player, and he didn't just result to shooting fadeaways every possession like Anthony Davis does in the post. Duncan was a much better post player than Anthony Davis. Rebounding Davis, I'd consider that one pretty much close to a tie. Davis has a higher rebound per game average for his career, but when you take pace into consideration, it's pretty much neck and neck. Stealing the ball, Davis, I guess that's the case. I really don't know about that one. Passing, Duncan, I do appreciate you for recognizing that Duncan is a really good playmaker. Shot blocking, tie, I guess, but shot blocking on the surface is really not all that important. Intelligence, which I'm going to chalk up to basketball IQ, yeah, Duncan does win that one. Clutchness, tie, giving that one to Duncan based on his full career of being a clutch-ass player. But he didn't include defense here, and another person said that Anthony Davis is a better defensive player. Absolutely not. Duncan is a far superior defensive player to Anthony Davis, which might make you say how Anthony Davis is an amazing defensive player, and you are correct. Anthony Davis is an amazing defensive player, and he doesn't touch Tim Duncan because Tim Duncan, to me, and he's at least in this conversation should be for everyone, is the greatest defensive player of all time. Anthony Davis is not there. Tim Duncan made, what was it, 14, 15 all defensive selections, something like 13 at the minimum. He was an elite defender going into his old age, and when he was young and really quick on his feet, he could defend the perimeter. He was also elite at defending big men. He could even shut down Shaquille O'Neal at times. Speaking of that 2003 run, since it's so many Lakers fans making this ridiculous comment, Tim Duncan took down Kobe and Shaq. Again, Tony Parker at 15 points per game was his next best teammate, and he did that against the best duo in NBA history, and he did that while also defending Shaq for the majority of the series, while also filling out the box score on the offensive end, carrying them on both ends of the court. So Tim Duncan defensively as a talent far outweighs Anthony Davis. Offensively, far better playmaker, not a good ball handler, but he's also not as good of a shooter, so I'll give those two things to Davis, but he's a far better post scorer. And also, even though he didn't shoot the ball as much, he was very clearly capable of putting up 30 points per game when he wanted to. It's just that wasn't really his nature. He wasn't the type of guy who would just really want to get his. He got his based on the merit of him being awesome, more so than just him being selfish. I'm not saying Anthony Davis is selfish, but he's more selfish than the most selfless basketball player that's ever played. So no, Anthony Davis is not an equal talent to Tim Duncan, and when you consider everything that Tim Duncan managed to accomplish in his career, no, he is not on that level of all-time great, even close. Not even fucking close. And Anthony Davis is going to be, he's either 26 or 27, and he's going to be 27 soon. Duncan had an MVP and 2 championships by then at least. I can't even remember what exactly it was because I saw a tweet about it. But Duncan was already an all-time great by the time he was 27. Anthony Davis is just now trying to get into the conversation of a top 50 player of all time. Tim Duncan is a top 10 player of all time. Please stop with this. Genuinely, it makes me lose my fucking mind when I see takes that are this dumb and this disrespectful to Tim Duncan. I've made the point in the past that Tim Duncan is the most disrespected and underappreciated legend in NBA history, and this stupid-ass narrative is further proof of that. Tim Duncan is one of the greatest players to ever play the game of basketball, and no, he was not carried by the Spurs organization. He carried them for at least 2 out of those 5 championships, and another one, it pretty much wasn't a carry job, but he was the main factor. So please, for the love of God, stop saying that Tim Duncan isn't on Anthony Davis's level, because you got that one backwards. Anthony Davis has a long way to go before he reaches Tim Duncan territory. And honestly, I don't see a world where he does reach Tim Duncan territory, because Tim Duncan was on that level. That's not disrespect to Anthony Davis. What's disrespectful is putting Anthony Davis in that conversation. Dude hasn't even passed Dirk or KG yet, and you're talking about him passing Tim Duncan? Get the fuck out of here. If you want to support this content outside of just your like and subscription, I do have a Patreon where you can support me over there. There's extra content and a Discord server soon to come. That is the end of this video. Please be sure to like and subscribe for more NBA content like this, and cue the outro music.